Woo, baby. Ooh, that was a shitty woo. It's early. It's early. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the DGDR podcast. And I'm here with those boys, Jimbo, Coach Mike, and Toad.
What up?
Yeah. New music kind of threw me off, and then it's a little early for me.
Yeah, a little
not
came
too
out
early.
when you screamed like that.
Right?
too.
Woo! Woo!
It's too early. Too early for that.
Little P.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's a lovely Monday morning out there.
It is. How's the drive?
It's looking good. It's nice and clear on the 205.
It never is.
Weather on the wall.
that's the best joke. It never. It
Oh,
never
no, fuck
is.
no. I hate the 205.
It is the worst all the time.
Yep. That and the 217. Fuck me. God damn it.
Well, you could be coming down the be coming down the west side into the tunnel.
Yeah.
Now, that's even worse on Highway
yeah,
26.
The 26 into the tunnel.
The 26 into the tunnel. Gosh.
God, thank
Gosh
God
darn
I
it,
don't drive
fellas.
that.
Is Portland 1 million people? Or no?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Million
With the
dumb
homeless,
fucks.
the homeless probably.
That's what it is.
It's a million liberals destroying our world
Mm-hmm.
with kindness every day.
Right.
Oh, yeah. That's the way we roll.
Sucks ass.
Portland rolls.
Oh Jesus! Oof, boy.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just watched the Formula One race, and I'm still not woken up completely.
Oh.
Probably
yeah.
because I haven't had my coffee or tea, and this morning it's tea.
Tea in the morning.
That's-
Yeah, I didn't get to watch yet because I had to take a dump before we started.
What,
Took you-
an hour?
Took you an hour and 54 minutes?
No, it took
take a
me.
dump?
It took me a good 20.
Oh, jeez.
I got out of
Up.
bed about 8:15ish, and then
Blow
I was gonna
and
sit
up.
there. I was gonna start the race, but then my stomach was like, "Yeah, that's not a good idea. You need to go get rid of this, and then go set up." So that's what I did. Taking my vitamins right now.
Oh,
That's why you bring the tablet in with you.
yeah. That's why you get the Formula One app, and you can go anywhere if you know what I mean.
Watch the race while taking a dump. No, I should do that. I should do that.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Before we get to Formula One, I just want to say this last week's races were actually interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Race C was
I-
fucking
I-
good. Even race B.
I did not compete. I just set time trial times. But watching everybody else's racing, it looked like a really good race.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun. I didn't do any B, even though it was Fuji, and I love Fuji.
I did a
I
few.
just stuck with race C.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
C.
Yeah, same. Did a few
This is-
Bs, but stuck with C to really try and get those times down. Was I able to keep the time down on mine? Me and Mike were going back and forth all week.
As far
times.
as what, TT or
Yeah,
race?
TT times.
Overall race time.
Yeah.
Okay, TT, got it.
I think I got mine down to a 33.0 or 33.1, something like that.
Ooh, damn.
That's pretty good. I think I was in the 34s. I'd have to go and look. But this is the only issue that I have with the race. Race C should have been at Fuji because this week was the WEC
Oh,
race
yeah.
at Fuji.
Well,
They
they did a
should
Group
have.
3 there at least.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
they
They
should
were-
have
yeah.
they should have done Group 1, honestly.
Well,
Yeah.
we were just there in the Group 2 cars a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
So I could see
Oh,
them
that's true.
in
Okay.
Yeah.
the Group 3 for
Yeah,
race
I'm-
B
I'll give that to you.
kind of deal. But yeah, it was cool to be at Monza. I like the track and to be in the Group 1 cars.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. And midweek, the meta became the Bugatti. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people racing in that thing.
A lot of different cars being used.
Yeah,
That's,
the Hyundai, that Hyundai car.
The Hyundai, yeah, I saw
Fucking
that
people
too.
are flying in
Yep.
that, but when you get to
He
the
couldn't handle.
corners,
You get to a corner, it
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah,
look,
same with
it
that
didn't look
Hyundai.
stable.
No.
For
They,
the
they have
Genesis.
they have really kind of sort of somewhat balanced that Group 1 a bit in those cars, because they're like everything, like they're like the certain cars are super quick, but they got to slow down real early. They got to like you know what I mean. So other cars catch back up. Like I was seeing like the Honda just fucking taking off, dropping, and then all of a sudden through the corners, it's just like the Audi was just catching everything. You know. So,
Well, I'm glad they fixed the Audi to where the battery is
usable, yeah.
actually usable now.
Yeah.
You know, there for a while, you do one lap and you never can recover the battery.
do you know if
So-
they fixed the hybrid in all the cars? Because it seems
Yeah, I
like
think
it was
so.
lasting in all of them.
yeah, I think they have.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah, it was a good fun race.
I
Yeah,
did quite a few
yeah. I used
races.
the R18
Same.
pretty much all week.
Yeah.
Well, and it's the R18 has never been a bad car except for when they
Yeah, hybrid ran out.
the hybrid would just run
Yeah.
out immediately. So it was nice to see that wasn't happening. The weekly races were actually fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't check those out.
Yeah, the weekly
weren't too
races.
bad.
Yeah, because I did those. The last one, World Touring 700 cars. I used the Alpha,
Okay.
and in my main account, I got super heavy rain, like just dumping. In my second account, I got light rain through almost the entire race. So you didn't have
Oh,
to
wow.
switch to you didn't have to switch to rain tires at all. But it made it interesting. Rally
Which
cars.
One was, sorry, Jim. What was that one? Like, what track was it at? I can't
Dragon
remember now.
Dragon Trail Gardens Reverse, which is actually out of all of the
Okay, I
fake
remember that one now.
tracks, out of all the fake tracks, that is my favorite fake track.
Man, I haven't raced that in a while. That
I
track.
love that track. That track is so much fun, and I like it in both directions. Actually, I think reverse is a little bit better, but I like that track in both directions, and that was a fun weekly race. You should hop into them. They're really good. There's a Group B cars, the rally cars at Willow
Haven't done that one.
Springs,
Oh,
Big
shit.
Big Willow. So you're in rally cars on the tarmac.
Wow.
Just
Which is a fun one too.
What tire?
You can use. I mean, of course, not the snow or the dirt tires, but you can use any tire you want.
Interested.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
no.
need to do
Yeah,
those.
the
I haven't done
weeklies.
those in months.
They're
those
fun.
weekly races.
I'll
For
pick
me,
a,
it's
if there's
just
some good
practice.
ones, I'll pick a couple and do them.
It's just free money for me.
Mhm.
That's just what I see it as. It's just
to me, it's
free
seat
money.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good warm up.
Oh, and I got on my secondary account, I got gold in the final race for your super license.
Oh, the Spa Rain.
Yeah,
Oh,
Porsche
shit, yeah.
in Spa.
I still haven't
Rain.
gotten that
Same.
one yet. I think I have silver.
Oh, the 962 or whatever.
Yeah.
The 917 at
Or 917. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Yeah, it's a handful.
It is so difficult. I spent so much time, but I finally got it. Because I already had it in my main account, but actually I got it in both main accounts. You know, the one that disappeared and the newer one.
Yeah.
But
One
We won't
was
talk
banned
about
for
that one.
life.
the ban for life for calling. Oh shit!
Who was
it?
God,
Shecky?
was it?
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
remember.
Who's not around anymore?
Right.
Yeah, who's not
Chevy
around
78. Is that who it
Yep,
was?
that's who it was. Yeah, I called it. You're a piece of shit, and that got me banned for life. Oh well.
Well, that's the guy that would drive in the dark smoking cigarettes, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that dude. Yeah, driving in the
That's
dark,
right.
smoking those cigarettes, punting people off the track. Yep.
I couldn't
that's-
drive
Oh,
in
he
the
was a
dark.
streamer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, not
Okay.
not big.
No,
Okay.
not very
Yeah.
often either.
Yeah.
No. Creepy dude.
Yeah, it was
Creepy
always in the
looking dude.
dark, and then you just
Yep.
see the
With
bright
cigarette
ass
light up?
TV fucking reflecting
yeah.
off his face, and then that
Yeah.
cigarette, and
And then his cigarette. Oh.
you're like, dude,
Oh.
turn some lights on, man.
Yeah.
Looked like a crackhead. That's why
Yeah.
he drove in the dark.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Gee, that'd be
Hiding-
tough.
Trying to
TV's
hide
really
body
bright.
parts in the dark. Fucking creep. Yeah, but I mean, honestly, I thought the races this week looked really good. They looked like a blast. I had a blast doing what I did. So
Yeah, racing
I,
was fun.
They were good.
I went into race B time trial, and I wanted to drive the NSX, see how it felt at Fuji, do some laps, and I was about 2 laps in, and everything froze and went dark.
Oh.
I was like, "Oh, what happened?" And then the lobby loaded. I was like, "Oh shit!"
And,
So I lost some. I lost some DR.
Oh god.
So yeah,
Oh god.
it was fun though. I had a great time. But, like it just I didn't do very well. The car is good. It does feel good there. So
Yeah, that NSX, that Group 3 is fucking solid.
So
it seems-
so it seems like both Group 3 and Group 4 NSXs,
Yeah,
they've done a
they're
good
good.
job, and
Yeah.
they're back up to being
oh yeah,
competitive.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
like I have probably more confidence in that car coming out of a corner and just dropping the fucking foot to the floor in second gear, and the car just grips and goes. Like it's just so good. Like it kind of reminds me of before they fucked with the Porsche, when you like that second gear just grips and powers you. It just goes. Like, it's like that. It feels like in second gear coming out of the corner.
Interesting. I might have to.
Yeah, it's
really try
great
it.
through the corner. She is stable.
Yeah, my only biggest not problem, but biggest problem with it is its right-hand drive, and I'm not really overly used to that perspective and where the car sits in VR properly for corners.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I just have to
Especially
do
on
laps to
certain
kind of
tracks,
get
it
used to it.
throws
Yeah,
you off.
yeah, because you cut so much on certain tracks, but then you're on the opposite side of the car. So when you try visually cutting, you're way off.
Yeah,
your marks
way
and
off.
shit, because you're not focusing. You're just looking to where you usually point the car. So it's like, yeah, I've gone off track quite a few times.
Oh boy.
Yeah, great car though. Great car.
yeah,
All of them, all the Hondas.
Big fan.
Lately, the Group 2, 3, and 4. Great.
Yeah. The Group 2 Honda. That's what I was driving
Honda
too.
for life.
Woo! Get
Ooh,
that.
oh boy, listen to that. Let it
Honda
stay.
Forward.
It's good.
Drive.
It's put it this way. Like the Hondas are so good right now that I'm actually next manufacturer is probably going to go with Honda.
Yeah, same. That's what I was thinking too. Especially, we get expedition season. I'm gonna try that Honda out. Make sure she.
Yeah, we should be
is-
getting a menu or something coming up.
I'm
Some kind of
thinking
XP
mid-October.
also soon.
I'm thinking like mid-October we're gonna get something. And then
Well,
because when's the finals?
Is
December.
Tokyo
I
the
think
final?
the end of this month.
Is
Or
it?
no, it is December. You're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
finals is
Wait,
December.
'cause
I'm thinking.
The last
Okay,
round
yeah.
is right now. Is
You're right.
next week
Next
or week
week?
after.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
say probably
28th
after
or
that
something.
we're gonna start manufacturers, and then we'll probably get a nations that bleeds into.
I hope they actually have long
Finals.
ones instead of these stupid 4-race fucking.
Yeah.
I mean, give us our 8 to 10 again. You know,
Right.
like
Well, I think too, if at the beginning of
give us a couple
October, if
chances
we
more than
get
just a couple shit races.
if we get manufacturers 4 races, that'll take care of October. 4 for nations, that takes care of November. Bleeds into the finals,
Yeah.
and then you go from there. They'll probably drop that. That's what I'm guessing. It'll be fun though. I hope so. It'll be good and a little warm up for the end of the season.
Yeah.
So hopefully they'll do that. But let's see what's coming up for next week there, Coach Mike.
That's funky.
Ooh.
Yeah, so somebody just mentioned a short, and that kind of means something for these races. Daily A this week is going to be yet again back at the Watkins again short course.
Ooh.
We haven't done that in the last fucking month,
Right.
have we? Fuck. Jesus Christ.
NASCAR.
Yeah, well, yeah. With sport hard tires, so some kind of road car. Hopefully they make it interesting. Maybe put the roadsters or something like that. That's fun and easy to drive. Could make it interesting, but as it stands, probably not. Race B is going to take us to Brands Hatch Indy Circuit on the Racing Hard tires. Most likely Group 4 cars, just because it's the short course and whatnot. And Race B last week was Group 3, so we're probably going back to Group 4 there. And it brings us to Daily C, which is at Deep Force Raceway Reverse, which we haven't done in the last month, have we? Fuck.
Right.
Maybe 2 months ago, but racing hard, racing medium, 7 times.
Dude,
tires,
it was race
2
A
times.
last week.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, in reverse though, or is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So I mean, we just it was Group 4.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It was when they did the Group 2s, whatever. Yeah. But this racing hard, racing medium, 2 times fuel, 7 times tire. So obviously going to be probably a pit stop there. Group 3 cars. Yeah. Not the greatest. The tracks,
Well,
it's hard to-
according
Hold
to-
on, is it
according-
reverse? You said?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck that. That's the dumbest track reverse.
And that's with
Coming up.
the kink, right? Going up the hill.
The hair, yeah,
And the
hairpin
hairpin
up, yeah, the king, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going up off
Right.
balance. So you got to brake early. Nobody does. Slams into you, and throws you
Yeah.
off the track at the hairpin.
Well, it just
Then
that
if you're
track,
lucky to
no
get
flow.
through there, once
Yeah.
you get up through the bridge and coming down the hill for the double right hander into the twisty section, you get punted again. So, yeah, not my favorite track.
That track backwards is awful. It has no.
I don't
flow.
mind it regular.
Yeah, regular.
Regular is
alright.
okay. Yeah.
Damn.
But according
So-
to Digit, that's one of the most played tracks.
Really?
Yeah.
No
Maybe
shit.
not reverse, but the regular, yeah.
Deep
for
Force,
whatever
yeah. Since
rhyme
it's
or
come in,
reason.
they've used it like
A lot of
million times
people-
since it's come in.
But a lot of people, yeah, tend to play that track. It gets a lot of players for whatever rhyme or reason.
No, I just don't like it.
Yeah,
Backwards,
same. I'm not the
I
biggest
don't
fan.
like
Yeah, I don't.
Especially reverse.
Yeah,
like-
I fucking hate
Like going the
reverse.
regular way, it's at least
It's
has
doable.
a flow.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
backwards, it has
Yeah.
nothing. There's nothing attractive about it backwards.
No,
Sorry.
it fucking pisses
Sorry,
me
not
off.
sorry, not sorry.
Well, that's fine because then I leave, so I won't miss much. So that's
Yeah,
good.
you won't.
That's good.
So, I don't know if this should go here or not, but I think it's interesting. Corsair purchased Fanatec.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So she had
It
done
is
deal then.
official. Yeah.
Indoor liquidated.
So, how you feeling about it? You think that's going to be good for him, in a way?
If they keep the name, the brand, and
Right, just kind of have it as a sister, kind of
yeah.
piggyback.
And rumor is that they're gonna sell to other suppliers, so it won't be buying directly
Oh, okay.
from them. So you can order
So,
from
like, Best
say,
Buy,
Amazon
yeah.
or Best Buy and shit
Dude,
like
so
that.
it'll get it out there more.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if they can fix the
That's better
customer
marketing.
service thing, that's one of the biggest things. If they can
Oh,
fix
that's
that
huge.
and get shit shipped out on time, fuck, you already won.
Yeah.
You already won. No,
Yeah,
that should.
no,
I
I
think
agree
it'll
with
help.
that.
It's gonna help.
I think it
keeps
will.
them around. But
Well, they're really the only serious manufacturer of gaming equipment
for PlayStation, yeah.
that works on console,
Mhm.
whether it's PlayStation or
Moses
or
coming up
Xbox.
though. I heard some
Oh, yeah.
rumors in the pipeline. They already got their
What's-
Xbox shit. They're gunning for PlayStation.
Well, it'd be cool if they did.
Yeah,
You know,
fuck yeah.
it would help quite a bit if there was. It would help quite a bit if there was a little bit more competition when it came to the
Prices would be
PlayStation
better.
side.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah,
if you get
prices.
them,
Quality would need to come up on everybody too.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah,
Well, it's going to be a war. Like,
yeah.
people will be like, with the technology going now and that
And then you
couple
got
of years,
yeah,
realistically, it's just like there's a market there. If you put quality stuff at a reasonable price, doesn't have to be super cheap by any means to get just reasonable price, not fucking an arm and a leg, because then people
Well, that's
like
what
Logitech
competition does. It drives the
G29s are going
price
to
down
stay in.
Yep.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you don't have to be
and the
down to like
quality up.
300 entry level kind of thing, but still not $1,000 for just a base all the time or something.
Yeah.
Like put the bundles together, start doing more, say, console oriented bundle packs. Like I get fucking advertising on my phone and shit like that for the Fantech Ready to Race bundles. Yeah, for Xbox
yeah.
and play and PC. Not fucking where's the PlayStation Ready to Race? Like it's a $700 bundle, but you can't use it for PlayStation.
Mm-mm.
Well, no, that's because they can't sell those bundles. That's why
Because
they're
they
so
have a
cheap.
contract
Because
with
they're having to. No, they're having to dump them
Yeah.
because nobody's using them.
No one wants to buy it for
People,
Xbox.
if people are using PC, especially PC, if
Mhm.
people are using PC, 90% of the time they're going with everybody else,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's Moza or
Oh, yeah.
any of the other
Cinecube.
competition. They are going somewhere else
Yeah.
because to be honest, the quality is better.
Yeah, it's like it's great. Like Jimmy, look at Jimmy. Like he's got like all Mosa now. He used to use what was that freaking? It's like Scandinavian sound company or whatever for a lot of hardware. Fucking, but yeah, he doesn't use any real Fanatec gear. I don't think he really has. I think he's only done like reviews from them,
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. But he's used higher PC and equipment specifically. So
Yeah, I think I think the Fanatec, their original podium stuff is
Mhm.
really incredible, but it's also really, really priced high. The CSL stuff is good. It's not bad,
it's fucking
but
awesome.
Right?
but they have a
Thanks, Jim.
bunch of they have a bunch of the I think they have a bunch of the CSL Xbox and PlayStation or PC stuff because nobody wants to buy it for Xbox or PC, so that's why the price is so high. Price is so low. They're just trying to get rid of it. And I'm going to say this too. Everybody else seems to be really working on active pedals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's going to be
The next thing, the
Yep.
big,
the next really big thing is active pedals,
Mhm.
which is cool, except when it's $2,500 per pedal.
Yeah.
Well, that it'll be more cost effective.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because that shit.
Well,
I
that
mean, and I
Moza one's
understand.
supposed to be pretty cheap. A lot cheaper
Yeah.
than the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The other one is
cost
so
effective.
expensive.
It's the start. It's the start of new technology,
Yeah.
so it's always pricier at the first. And once
Couple of years,
one or two
comes down.
one or two companies get it in there and start developing it more, it will come down more reasonable. Not quite maybe, but more reasonable, like a load cell pedal and stuff like that. Not
Right.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if
Just give it
Fanatec
a
was
couple
working
years.
on one.
I'm sure they were.
Mm.
It was probably an R&D.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would
Oh,
think
yeah.
so.
Well,
Yeah.
hopefully. Well, I don't know. Fanatec seemed like it was run by bros,
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
and they broed a little bit too much and lost their company.
Yep.
They,
Spend
they
that
were,
money.
Hard broing.
Hard
Yeah.
ground spending
They
that
they were
money.
they were
Well,
hard
and I
growing
think
and didn't think
COVID
about things.
COVID kind of fucked them. Yeah, but yeah, he was kind of, I'm gonna build a new headquarters, put a fucking go-kart track,
Well, that's the
and
thing.
he was just spending
Yeah.
money
If you hadn't
left
done
and right,
that
and then
and you actually
COVID.
had done it right, COVID COVID could have been the explosion they needed if they did it right instead of
Well, I
putting it
think
like, you know, like
I
you
think
put
it
into
was.
manufacturing
I
'cause
think
you
it
got
was the
everybody, you know,
explosion they needed, but they didn't focus
Handle it
on
right.
operations
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
their operations were shit. The inability to
Well,
get things manufactured and to get things shipped out. That
the
all
well,
supply
comes
that's the
down.
thing.
demand,
You take,
Yeah,
yeah,
getting
you
parts to
take that
make
money, all
shit,
that
fuck 'em.
money you put into
Mhm.
that go-kart and building and everything else, you put it into manufacture, customer service, front end stuff, and you take over. You know what I mean? Like instead of like that whole build was just retarded for them. Like that was completely 180 wrong direction. Like you said, like millions of dollars into manufacturing, logistics, and everything else. It would have been way better than building a
Yeah,
fucking building.
and yeah,
Stay in your little office. Who gives a fuck? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
yeah, you don't need a massive office if you're trying to build a company that's going to make you $1 billion.
yeah,
You know,
you can
stop
build
trying
it
to
when you have $1 billion.
yeah, stop trying to look good and get your products out. And yeah,
Yeah.
supply chain was a very difficult thing. But, in being a purchasing agent, you can figure ways around it if
Mhm.
you can figure ways around it if you pay attention. But you have to pay attention all the time. And y- if you're a small company, which my company that I work for is, when you start
Mhm.
adding in bullshit, you
Mhm.
can't do things as quickly because everything becomes a committee. If they would have kept things smaller and worked on supply and manufacturing, they wouldn't have had the issues.
Mhm.
They wouldn't have people going out and going, "What the fuck is wrong with your what the fuck is wrong with your company?" You know, and spreading a bad name and
Yeah.
not responding to customers at all.
Well,
That
that's
is the worst thing you can do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
like
I mean, their customer service was
Horrible.
poor, and that's
they
Non-existent.
non-existent.
Thank
Yeah,
God I
they
never had to deal
they end
with
up
them.
having
yeah,
like no
same.
product because they had nobody, like not enough manufacturing going on, and instead of talking to people and putting statements out or something, they just said fuck it, ignore them until we get something.
Well,
You
because
know,
he was
like
strapped on cash, so he wants people's money to come in so he can
Yeah.
keep funding his operation, and it just
yeah,
snowballed and couldn't get the product
yeah, because he
out.
didn't. That's what I
And,
mean. Like didn't invest in actual building and getting the stuff he needs for shipping, which
well,
would have paid back
again,
tenfold. That's the
it was just
problem.
so hard with trying to get supplies, and I'm sure half the
Especially the
shit they
chips.
get is from Asia. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
so
yeah. It's
just everybody was affected. And,
it
um,
was your classic stealing from Peter to pay
Yep.
Paul.
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
It was such a classic. If I get more money in, this will solve it.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I have proven that the more money I have, I just spend it frivolously
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
that's what happens with companies like that do those things. They just really fuck themselves over because it's almost like they started the business on a whim but really didn't know how to run it.
Mm-hmm.
There were some pool companies that I knew down in Sacramento that did that.
Ooh.
Where they were taking money for pools to pay for pools
Oh Jesus.
that were in construction.
Oh Lord.
There was one company that was doing that, and they had 20 holes in the ground when they closed their doors. So
Holy
dude.
crap.
they had taken the money for 20 pools, dug a hole, ran out of
and
money, and disappeared.
bankruptcy. Yeah,
Jeez.
Literally, I dropped off. At the time, I was a delivery driver. I dropped off pool equipment, so that is filter pump, control systems, cleaners, all of that stuff, heaters, for 4 pools one day.
Oh my God.
Were locked.
Damn.
They had over $200,000 worth of our product sitting in their warehouse. We got most of it back, but
Right.
there was also another company that was down in, well, that was in Central California. They built a $1 million showroom with all these little mini pools in it.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just put it this way: the giant corporation I worked with allowed them to build up $1 million worth of debt, and they closed their doors.
Oh my God.
Dun, dun, dun.
Jesus.
So this is what companies do. Like they start to lose money, and instead of trimming down, they just spend more money and take
Right.
people's money and spend that money to try to save themselves. That's not how it works. You can't do that.
No.
No.
You cannot do that.
No, that
And
doesn't last. That's for sure.
Nope. That's what's happened with Fanatec.
Yep. That's what we saw happen. Because, yeah, they were at the fucking top. At one point, they were on top. They were the
Yep.
top dog. And then it
Put out a
slowly just went
statement.
downhill.
You just put out a statement stating, "Hey, we're behind on manufacturing. We apologize.
Yep.
We're doing the best we can to get everything together. We've had issues with supplier." You explain it to people, and people will understand. You also say, if you don't want to wait 6 months, we'll give you your money back.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
That's what I was saying.
That
earlier.
was
It's
the
like
issue.
even a
He didn't
statement-
want to give
a
money
statement.
back.
Yep.
Yeah, give a statement, explain what's going on instead of just ignoring everybody, and that's which makes it everybody talking shit about you now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
we're
maybe
having troubles with this. That bear with us. We'll try and do what we can to help everybody. Just we're having some issues, and then even if it doesn't work out. Yeah, we kind of saw this coming. They did tell us they were having some problems, and now not instead of just blindly, go fuck yourself. Oh yeah, we're
Yeah.
bankrupt and go suck a dick, right?
Well,
So
so his logic is he doesn't want to give the money back because then somebody is going to go to Moza or Thrustmaster or whoever.
Mhm.
So he's just trying to and pray that my supplies will come in and we can do, but it never happened.
Well,
you know.
And what about this? How much money went into title sponsorship of racing series too?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, though I'm sure he had contracts,
a lot
so
of
he
money.
had to.
He had to
He had
pay
to
up.
stay with those. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no. Like before, I understand you want advertising. You're already
But
getting huge advertising, but it seemed like the beginning of the end is when he threw his money in to be title sponsors of.
Yeah,
those
but it's
racing
probably
series.
it's not year by year. It's probably like a 4-year deal. Will sponsor you. So he's
Oh,
got to
no.
come up with.
No, that's what I'm saying though. But before you throw your name in to be the main sponsor of a series, maybe you need to look at your other shit before you do that.
Well, I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
everything
just a
for them
bad timing,
was
bad
going good
decision
up
making.
until 2020, and then the supply chain just really fucked them, and they were still getting orders. People wanted their product, and they couldn't get the product out to the customer. And he again was just wishful thinking that okay, we're gonna eventually get supplies and be able to fulfill these orders, and it just didn't fucking happen. Instead of being honest with people. He just wanted to hold on to their money, and
Yeah, that's what it does. It's bad decisions, but like at the same time, like you said there, Todd, it's just like not being honest with people. That's what really killed them. Because if there was some honesty and upfrontness with it, the people would have been a little more loyal probably in the end, and it probably would have helped save them maybe a little longer. Not maybe got them out of the hole, but when people start pulling their money back because you're being a fucking asshole and not saying shit and just fucking everybody, yeah, you're gonna go fucking down the hole even quicker. People are gonna start calling in their debts and everything else because you're a fucking jackass, right? So
yeah. So perfect example. So McNaughty has the Logitech DD Pro. He's had issues with a couple of his systems. He contacts them. Boom, they send him out a new machine. He sends his back. Now, Greasy in January bought the DD Pro, within 3 weeks of having it, had issues. All he's communicating is emails through Fanatec, and they'll get back to him every couple weeks with really no fucking information. And they're just sending him down this fucking hole, and he's not getting any fucking answers. And so he's back to using his old, like, CSL, whatever system he has and shit like that, just because their customer service is just fucking awful, and they keep giving them the runaround. Where McNaughty, Logitech is on top of things. Their customer service is awesome, and your power button or whatever isn't working properly. All right, well, we'll send you a new fucking unit.
Mm-hmm.
And they have great communication and shit like that. And he's on like his third system, but they're taking care of him.
Logitech knows what it's like because it knows how to do it because it's been around since the beginning of.
They build keyboards, mouses, and headsets.
They know how to satisfy customers in that aspect.
Well, that's hopefully
with Fanatec customer service. So it's going to be months before they get their shit in line, anyways. Now with all this happening, so there's going to be restructuring.
I think the transition should be pretty fast.
Yeah, but I think getting back to everybody and getting everybody fixed up and happy, like Reezy and whatnot, like that's going to take a while with this transition. I think for them, but it will get resolved. I think now. It just
customer service is going to get a lot better, hopefully.
Because they're going to have to catch up on everything. They're going to be able to figure out what's going on, where it's all fucked over right now.
You got 2,000 units fucking broken, and you need to figure it out.
And how fast can you get those fucking fixed? You know what I mean? It's going to take a little while to get that all sorted out. And I'm not saying before they hear anything, but it's going to take a little while to sort everybody's issues all out with the transition, though. But I'm hoping that it gets better and they stay kind of competitive. So.
It definitely will.
Hope they stay
I think so.
for
Corsair's cockpit looks pretty badass.
Mm-hmm.
That they came out with. That thing looks sweet.
Yeah, I think they're going to keep the engineer. They're going to keep everything. They're just going to work on production and the customer service side of things and get that dialed in. And
if they do that, then they're good.
Yeah, they should be. And
they have a good business model already set up. They just got to get everything organized from basically.
Yeah, new
customer
leadership.
Service, manufacturing. That's all you really have to do, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like you're building all by yourself or starting this thing and you're like, oh, I don't have anything in the sim industry or anything like that, and I just bought this company. What do I do now? No, they're already situated, rigs, this, that, and the other thing. Like they already know what they're doing. That's why they bought it. Now it's just like get some manufacturing in there, get some people in there on the phones, basically, and let's get this thing going, kind of thing. So
because they're gonna have to. Because then if Moza gets their license for PlayStation, Thrustmaster's coming out with a new direct drive for the PlayStation. That's going to be coming out. With those, Logitech, and then I bet other companies are going to try and jump in. So, there's going to be all kinds of goodies out there for us to choose from.
Well, especially with the new PlayStation Pro coming out.
Yep.
More capability. I would think GT8 should be on the horizon in the next year and a half.
You think? You think that's going to come out with and use the Pro's power?
Yeah,
probably.
Make VR better?
Yeah.
If not, maybe Sport 2 or whatever.
That would be cool.
Yeah, within a year and a half to 2 years, there's going to be something.
Because it's October 2024 right now. March of 26.
Okay.
Possibly.
Oh shit!
But I can see something coming out. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they're going to do another sport type thing.
I think they should. I think they should focus on the online esport. Because then you can go more invested into licensing more race cars. Really, you know what I mean? Like if you're not doing single player offline cars and your livery editors and your skate, like if you're focusing it on an online experience like sport was more, then you can save some money. You don't have to get every fucking goddamn Nissan and Toyota car from the 80s. You can get the new race cars instead. I think that would be a benefit for them.
Yeah, and especially if they put out a sport, all the tracks, all the cars are available. You don't have to do anything. You hop in, you're racing like ACC.
Mhm.
You're getting in, you're racing. You're not having to buy the cars, buy the upgrades, and all that bullshit. Jump in,
Well,
and you're fucking racing.
I don't
and
mind
that's
buying the cars and upgrades and shit like that. I don't mind that at all. That's something about Gran Turismo that I sort of like,
Mm-hmm.
right?
yeah.
I don't want to have bullshit cars.
Yeah, no.
I don't need a
15-year-old cars, yeah.
I don't need a 1938 Alfa Romeo Touring
Fuck no.
Berlinetta.
No.
We want group
Well,
GT4, GT3, prototypes.
Viper.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
that's the thing is most of us that do racing will buy the DLCs for cars if they're
Yeah.
good cars.
Oh, fuck.
But
yeah.
with Gran Turismo, the fact that you have, say, in-game currency, which is easy to get for the most part, realistically, you can buy cars as you go for free, really, not
Mhm.
DLC'd, right? So it's still free to me because it's just coins that you can collect fucking in a week and buy 4 cars, no problem. But if they focus on more race cars, right, they can conquer more of like the casual sim racer where you can, like Jim said, you can jump on race. You don't have to worry about setups.
Yeah.
But I don't want to race a 20-year-old car anymore.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, I want to race some new ones. Guess what? Because I want to race new ones, I'm going to ACC. I'm going to get a PC, go iRacing or whatever kind of thing because the cars are there. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can get by without the setups to a point, but you only be to a certain level, but it's still drivable
Mhm.
kind of thing. So people will flock to that. Like, look at what happened with LMF or whatever it is on ACC. So, like, that boosted ACC like crazy
Mhm.
because you could do it on console. You could do the league racing on console with that. So, you know, I mean, like, you got the great cars, great tracks. It's race specific.
Yeah.
So, my opinion.
Well, I just don't see Polyphony Digital and Kaz don't look at things that way. They look at everything, and I
don't.
know this is not to be or to sound racist at all. They do it the Japanese way, which a lot of times is really backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we got GT7 from after GT Sport, GT Sports lobbies were the way they needed to be. They were really good.
Mm-hmm.
20 cars.
Mhm.
When we went to GT7, all they needed to do was take that model and move it over.
Mm-hmm.
What they did was create a completely new model. Now, I don't know if that was because of designs for the new PS5 that made them have to do that, but I don't understand why the programming would have to be that much different to just not take it and copy and paste it into the new programming.
Yeah.
I'm not
But
that smart.
Yeah, but wasn't
I'll be right back, guys. I
GT7
gotta use
just
the
supposed to be designed for PS5 and then
It was, yeah, because
There
then
was
they
the
had the
delays.
shortage.
and then they
Yeah.
had to implement PS4 and shit. So yeah,
But even then, I mean, you have you already have a layout. And if you're going back to PS4, you really don't have to change much when it comes to
You'd almost
lobby.
think it would work
I'm just
better.
talking about online lobbies, just regular lobbies. They screwed that up. We didn't have qualifying for how long?
Oh, forever.
Like, it's just so often they have such a backwards way of thinking about it. Again, they call it the real driving simulator. Okay, if you're going to do that, have racetracks, sure. But then I can take my 1938 Alfa Romeo Touring Berlinetta and travel down Route 66.
Right. Yep. Open
and
world.
just drive.
Yeah.
And if you do that, why don't you do things like, I'm going down Route 66. I made it this far in a day. You get trophies for that or whatever. If you're going to have but if it's going to be a race simulator, which it has been from the very beginning,
27 years.
make it a racing game.
Mm.
Don't focus on if you're going to do car collecting and you keep adding cars, don't stop the level at 50.
Right.
Would be kind of cool if they did add like the Cannonball Run New York to LA.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
That would be so fucking cool.
Mhm.
And
that
try
would
to
be
do
great.
that in 20 something hours or whatever and shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Stop,
be
you
able
have
to
to
do
stop,
that.
get
Yeah.
fuel. You got to get fuel. You got to
Yeah.
make
Pull
sure.
over,
Yeah.
go to the gas station. That gives you time to get up and pee. Run
Yeah,
back.
But absolutely, why don't they do stuff like that?
Especially
Again,
VR.
everybody
dude.
knows that Gran Turismo is a racing game, not a driving game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to focus on that.
Horizon's a fucking
Yeah.
driving game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You-
exactly. Like GT is a racing game. Ever since the beginning, it's been on race courses.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing laps, racing against. It's not doing time trial on a road course or something like that, or the guy was saying Route 66, Cannonball Run, and fucking Pikes Peak even occasionally. Like those kind of tracks, like the kind of thing or circuit of sorts, is what a driving, because you're just driving one direction.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of thing. Whereas Horizon's like that. Like it's open world. Just go anywhere you want, drive where you want.
Yep.
Do what you want to do.
Drive through the
well,
forest,
that's a
drive through the
driving game.
river.
I
That's
don't
a
have
driving game.
Yep.
I don't have a problem with, okay, so the percentage, let's put it this way, the percentage back a year and a half, 2 years ago, of people that have actually played online was 12 or 13%, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, how many people focus on, I would love to see the number, how many people focus on taking pictures?
Mhm.
Is taking pictures a greater amount than online driving?
Well, according to Digit's thing, there's about 600,000 people that play online
Okay.
worldwide.
Okay, worldwide. How many?
Out of 7 million people that own the game,
Right.
Mm,
or
Okay.
whatever the number is.
Which is
So-
not very many.
Well, it's less than 10%.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Number one, how many people of those 7 million people that have purchased the game are only doing it to do mainly scapes? It's
There
gotta
are.
It's got to
That'd
be
be a good
lower.
number.
Yeah, I would think
It's-
pretty
it's-
low.
It's got to be lower than the people that race online.
You
I
would
would-
think, but again, there's people that love doing fucking.
Just sitting
just
doing
liveries
liveries
and-
or
Yeah.
photos. Get
Yeah.
on, do a few races. I wonder how many people just do the cafe, and then that's why
There
they
are.
had to put the weekly challenges to keep those people happy.
I mean, I can understand not.
Just don't like to compete.
Right.
Now, the next question is, out of those people that race often online, how many of those people are involved in leagues?
A lot,
Oh, yeah.
I would say.
Yeah. Because there's a
And-
ton of people that don't race online but do the leagues.
Dude, leagues, yeah.
Leagues.
They
strictly,
do lobby
that's
and
it.
yep.
I think that the amount of people that do leagues is possibly greater than the amount of people that compete online.
Oh, for sure.
Mhm.
Again, and the reason I say that is because they're racing.
Mhm.
They're, they are going to tracks, they're doing racing. Yeah, they're doing car setups. You're having to do suspension. Sorry, I'm eating right now because I just about threw up because I drank my tea too fast. My stomach got upset, so I had to eat
Uh-oh.
something. Those people are making race cars and driving race cars for the most part. I mean, let's not forget that here in a couple weeks, we're going to start our own just shortly, just a couple weekends. Just a couple weekends, 5 different races, 5 different cars. And there are those races all the time. Again, races. They're not taking pictures. They're not, I mean, of course, everybody does all the time. They're not taking pictures. They're not just focusing on offline shit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's remember, PD needs to remember that's part of the community. In some ways, I think it makes them mad because it's part of the community. In some ways, I just wonder if the hold off at the start of the Gran Turismo 7 game was to try to discourage league play. Because it was taking away, they saw what happened on Sport, and they thought it was taking away from their game. Instead of embracing it and taking a few tips from league racing.
I don't know. This is the number, or GT7 is the second best-selling series of all time. And I just think Kaz tries to cater to fucking everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he needs to choose a direction.
He does. But again, I think he has a huge ego. He thinks sim racing revolves around him and his game. And he's like the guy that knows everything.
Let me ask you this: Does Max Verstappen sim race?
Yes. No.
There's probably a reason why.
Yes.
Most
100%.
most of your professional race car drivers, they might fuck around on Gran Turismo 7, but most of the time they're on iRacing with shitty graphics because it has better physics and you find better racers there. Mm-hmm. Especially in the higher leagues.
Well, yeah, and again, they have all real-world tracks, and you can do oval racing, formula,
dirt.
Dirt.
You can do anything you want there. Now, that doesn't mean that Kaz has to make everything just exactly like iRacing, but he needs to realize that Gran Turismo is not the epitome of racing games.
Mm-mm.
No, it's not. Unfortunately, I wish it was. I thought it was up until fucking 4 years ago. I thought it was the pinnacle.
When you start with, I had iRacing there for a little while when my computer was powerful enough to run it. Dude, the physics in iRacing the graphics are garbage.
Oh,
yeah,
but the way the car handles is the way the car handles. Gran Turismo, I don't know what they've done in Gran Turismo, especially when we first got it. And yes, things have improved. Watching Tijni drive the car that he owned in the game, and he's just like, what is going on? This does not drive like my car at all. Because he has like the 370Z or whatever.
370Z, yep.
Yeah, and he's like, and if you remember, in that licensing, you couldn't get that car to not spin around in circles. Like, the car was not attached to the track at all, and the rear end would just whip out. Part of that has to do with the fact that they don't seem to have done real-world data acquisition on the cars. Like, you have the availability to take accelerometers, put them in or drive the car around to get real-world data that you can then transfer into the game simulation. Mm-hmm. But it's like they haven't done that. How much data does iRacing purchase from manufacturers for the cars that they have? Probably quite a bit. It's also subsidized by the fact that people buy expansion
revenue
packs all
coming
the
in.
time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they have revenue constantly coming in.
Guess what, Kaz? If you started dropping DLCs and the physics were good, we've said it over and over again. I pay for a DLC every time it pops up for ACC, and I hardly ever play that game.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
Yep.
Same.
Here.
I mean,
Because it has all the
smart.
good new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And if I decide that, hey, I want to go have a race with or do something on there, I have the ability to have everything available.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
Like,
600,000 people race online. Let's say 500,000 of them can afford to buy a $10 DLC pack. How much money is that?
It's $5 million.
Do you think it costs Kaz that much money to get the data from the manufacturers or from a racetrack?
I would hope not.
Yeah,
It must not, because everybody else fucking does it.
All right.
exactly.
So Gran Turismo needs to get their head out of their ass and start making a racing game. That's what it's been from the very beginning. Stop pretending that it's not. Go ahead, have car collecting and shit like that, but you gotta
make it
focus
secondary.
you gotta focus on car physics, real car physics, not, well, we're gonna drop the gravity a little bit and change the center of gravity on different cars. No, go figure out how the car is supposed to handle, put the car in there, let us adjust the suspension to make it handle correct for us. That's what you need to do. Get the bare bones set up from all the new GT3 cars, which you have the opportunity to do, and then you put out a DLC pack for people to buy them so that they drive correctly.
Yep.
Stop fucking with everything, because as we can see, this latest greatest update has not been great. Well, I mean, it's okay, but it's not fantastic, and you didn't give us anything we wanted. You really didn't. You didn't give us tracks we wanted. You didn't give us cars we wanted. You gave us a couple of cool cars, but not cars we wanted. So it's been a huge,
and a track that nobody really cared about.
Oh yeah.
No, it's an awful track. You cannot race on that track.
It's a great Sunday drive track.
It's a beautiful. It's a
Yeah,
beautiful
VR
view.
to look around.
Dude.
It's like,
Cruise.
oh my god, look at the mountains and shit.
It's
beautiful.
absolutely beautiful. Great. I don't want to race on that track.
No, fuck
I don't
no.
want to race on the Nordschleife. I don't. I don't mind doing time trials, but racing on the Nordschleife is almost impossible to do cleanly.
I like it.
No, don't get me wrong. I love the Nordschleife, but racing on the Nordschleife is very, very difficult. But
Oh, exactly. They can be very.
in the end, after this long, boring talk about the shit that we've talked about 50 times before, make a better fucking game. Do a little bit more for the people that have spent $60, $70, $90 on the game.
Well, maybe
Because-
with, again, the new system coming out, again, we'll get that Sport 2 or something like that,
Oh, that'd
because
be-
it has
that'd be
more
good.
capability and, can be dedicated to e-racing.
Right? Well, you would hope.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I
he
would like
doesn't
to have
seem
it
too
separate.
dedicated to it. That's the problem.
And you think he would, dude? He races. He just raced in
And you
real
have the
life.
world championships
Yeah.
kind of thing he's having. So
would
why
think
not
he would
focus more
love
into
it.
that? Bring in more money, more sponsorship as you build a bigger esport community, which is just snowball money coming in for advertising. Do you not think fucking, companies wouldn't want to line up for something that's actually
Yeah.
good? Paid fucking smart, like you do have sponsored cars and tires and stuff, and why not spread? Why not, like, you want to get some money coming in? Sell advertising.
Yeah, I mean,
sell,
what do
make
they
a
have? They have
fucking to-do.
BBS, they have Brembo, they have Michelin. They have, top-notch
Yeah.
sponsors and shit.
Toyota, Genesis.
So this is what's weird. You've got these top-notch sponsors, plus you've gotten all the money from the people who play the game, who have purchased the game. Why isn't it better?
Yeah.
How much money?
Again, I don't know I'd love to be a fly on the wall in his
Right.
board
No,
meetings
that'd
and
be
shit,
great.
and
I agree.
see
Yes.
all the analytics of everything. But yeah, it's some of it's a fucking head scratcher. But again, I just think he's trying to cater to fucking everybody. And shit like that. The 10% that do this, the fucking 15% that do that, and just trying to keep everybody fucking happy so he can sell 10 or 12 million fucking
Shit or get off the
Discs.
pot. Shit or get off the pot. Make it right or don't make it at all. And guess what? Instead of you can keep giving free updates with free shit for your taking pictures and adding cars and stuff like that, but start thinking about the e-racing market or the esports market a little bit more. And think about DLCs and I think part of it could be the fact that they are scared of DLCs after the beginning when they were trying to force us into microtransactions.
Yeah. But having said that, if they're games, I'm almost like goodbye, because that's really one of the reasons I don't even play that now, especially is because it doesn't have the VR.
Yeah,
I don't want to drive in flat screen. I want the VR experience. If those games go VR on console,
baby,
look out. I might become an ACC
they got
pro.
the new GT3 Mustang.
Yeah. Well, maybe with the Pro, they'll be able to do that. Hopefully,
new Ferrari. They have the newer cars and shit. Yeah.
Well, I can't remember who it is. Just speaking about Pro, if anybody is buying a Pro, I can't remember who it is, but you can look for it quickly on Google. Your trade-in on your PlayStation 5 could be worth upwards of $400 off the start.
Really?
Yeah. It won't last long, but if you do the trade-in for the purchase, it could only cost you a few $100s for the Pro.
Yeah, I would definitely do that.
Yeah. So if not, you're gonna have to try
bones.
You're gonna have to.
Yeah, and then if you want the disc, it's another 100.
Right.
Yeah. But get on that if you're gonna get a Pro out that check around, because you can get pretty high trade-in right off the start. If you're one of the early purchasers, which will make your PlayStation Pro only $300-400 instead of $800.
Yeah, 800 plus tax. Yeah.
Recuperate some money before the market's flooded.
Yeah, the disc drive sold out already.
Yeah.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
I don't understand why.
Yeah, it's just one more thing to fail.
Really, all of you. The only thing that the disc is a key.
Yep.
That's all it is anymore.
Well, that's the only
real information
disc I have for my PS5 is GT7. Everything else is digital.
Yeah.
So it's like it's to that point. I used to be the one physical media, DVDs, the movies, the games, all that shit. I stopped buying physical movies. Haven't bought those in years. Just get them digital.
And take up space.
It's that way with games now. It's getting to that point to where, dude, Target and those places, they have the smallest selection of physical games to buy. It's insane.
Yeah, they really do.
It's all digital.
Everything is digital. Yeah. It is.
Dude, I mean, Todd, you still have your original Cinescope.
I do.
I mean, he was on the cutting edge of movie technology back in 1910.
I remember when the VCR was $1,000.
Woo!
Ooh, so do I.
Good Lord, is that real? They were $1,000 for a VCR. Around there?
Microwaves, $1,000. Yep.
I remember laser discs were like fucking super expensive.
Oh yeah. Oh,
look at the laser disc community.
Right, big DVDs.
I had an uncle years ago. He divorced, but one of my uncles years ago, German fella, worked for was it Devon Audio?
Oh yeah.
And this was mid to late '80s, and we were at his house. He's like, he took my dad and I down to his workshop down the basement, and he's like, check this shit out. And he showed us CDs, DVDs, and laser discs, and had players and everything already.
Betamax.
Like, this shit's gonna change. Yeah, this is gonna change the fucking market. And sure enough, fucking look what happened in the '90s. CDs, DVDs, all that shit came out. Yeah, he's like he had it fucking years before for the company. He was developing it and that helping them. He was super smart. But yeah, It was just like,
Well, dude,
fucking
laser
seeing that
discs
kind
were
of
the
shit, it was like,
size of a
that's fucking
fucking
magic.
pizza.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, no,
Huge.
laser discs,
And you had to
laser
flip them
discs
over.
were
Like a record.
albums. Yeah,
Yeah, it was like a fucking record album almost.
yeah.
I think they were slightly bigger, honestly.
I tell this.
I think
I
they had
tell
a little
this
bit more
story.
diameter.
I tell this story to everybody. So when we were good, we would go down to the video store,
Mhm.
and Dad would rent a VCR,
Mhm.
and then
Yep.
we get some
rent
movies.
the VCR.
You'd rent a
I remember that at
VCR.
one point.
It came in a Samsonite suitcase
Yeah.
that was, eggshell padded. You get it home,
Yep.
take it, plug it into your TV,
Oh fuck.
and then you would take it back with your movies. Remember, be
Yep.
kind, rewind.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's the
I
way
used
it
to
was.
get that was like when we were like I was 6-7 years old. That was what happened when my parents were going out. They take us to the store, get a VCR, fucking rent a couple movies. The babysitter would come over,
Yep.
and then they would take it back the next day.
Damn.
Yeah, that's the way it was.
It
when
was
I
like,
a kid.
yeah, we're rich people tonight.
Right. See, I remember renting the Super Nintendo when that came out.
Oh, I remember that too.
Yeah,
And that
'cause, yeah, they would come in that
start
case
renting
as well,
consoles.
and you'd rent the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, you're the coolest kid on the block
Yep,
that night.
for like 4 days. We
Yeah,
were
because
gonna
you used
take
to be able to
back.
get it for like 3 days of play and take it back, or a
Yep.
week of play
Well,
and
shit.
take
The
it back.
fuck
yeah.
thing was, my mom would get stoned, and she pretty much rented it for herself because she would sit there and play Super Mario World all fucking day, and we would not get a turn.
But
Just get
when
baked
we
and
finally
fucking play
got,
the game.
as a kid,
Right.
a Nintendo, one of the first ones there, it was years after everybody else, and we got one. We, same thing, my mom and my neighbor.
Oh damn! I lost you, Mike. Oh shit.
Building up, my mom wouldn't get off the fucking thing.
Yeah, well, that was my mom too. Well, I bought the first Nintendo,
Nice.
and then actually my grandmother bought it, and I had to pay her off. But yeah, my mom was the first one to complete Mario Brothers. My mom was my mom was crazy video game lady. She was really good at it back when she was younger. So I mean, that's the way it was when we were old. Speaking of old, 23-year-old Oscar Piastri wins
His
the
first race.
Azerbaijan. Oh yeah, truly, he won his
Yeah.
first race,
Right.
and and put on truly a really great performance.
Oh yeah.
It was a great race.
Yeah, from the opening lap.
From lap one, and to come down to the last 10 laps of the race and have 4 cars in competition for the win. Like, I mean, that was crazy. Carlos Sainz coming up, Checo Perez being there the whole time, Leclerc being there and roasting his tires and still able to keep Perez behind him. Wow, there was some fantastic racing, and Lando Norris beat Max Verstappen. Yet
Oh, yeah.
again,
Yeah, he came back from
He came back-
17th, right?
Yeah,
well,
wherever
he
the fuck he
qualified 17th. He started, I believe, 15th because Lewis had to do an engine change and setup change, and then Gasly got disqualified. What did he get disqualified for? He got disqualified from qualifying, so he started in the back too. So Lando got bumped up to 15th and ended up 4th.
Nice. Fuck yeah.
Because Checo Perez and Sainz got together on the second to last lap.
Yeah.
And to me, it looks like Sainz's fault, in my opinion.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
'Cause-
felt bad for Checo. He was running a great race.
Yeah.
He had for
Yes.
50 laps, he was running very, very well.
Oh, and George Russell ended up 3rd.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh Georgie.
George had an okay race. It wasn't
Quiet.
spectacular. Very
Yeah.
quiet. Yeah, he just
Yeah.
moved up. He just moved
He
up the
did.
track. And he
Nice.
admitted, he goes, yeah, I had a 5th place car today.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because that's the car I had and then got gifted a 3rd. So he was honest. He was like, our car wasn't the fastest. And you could see with Hamilton starting from the pit lane, he only made it up to what? Accident?
Yeah, he finished 9th.
Yeah, but he was having troubles getting past the Williams. He was not happy with his car. But
Neither was Max.
No, Max is just so
The
angry
brakes.
with his car. He's like, I have no brakes. I have got
When
no
you're
brakes.
doing 200 plus miles an hour.
Right.
It's
on
important
the
to have
street.
brakes.
Yeah.
Although it looks like his brake issues were in the slow speed corners.
Yeah.
Like coming down the straights and hitting his brakes, he seemed to be working okay, but slow speed corners, he was having some serious issues. But I wouldn't say best race of the season, but man, that was a really good race. It was so competitive.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
How
love
about
to
Ollie?
see that the
Ollie Berman. How do you do?
did
He
he end up
finished in 10th for a point.
10th?
Oh,
Yeah.
no shit.
Yeah, and
Just,
then Canapino.
just over. Yeah, just over. Berman was just over a second behind Hamilton.
Yeah. And then Canapino ended up in 7th
Really?
or 8th. Yeah.
What
Canapino.
do the American drivers do? Oh, wait, there aren't
He
any.
None.
crashed. I
He got
heard
kicked
one
out.
crashed on the way home. That's what happened. Lance Stroll and Yuki Tsunoda got together on the first lap. I think both guys could have done a little bit better, but I think Stroll was a little too over
Aggressive.
aggressive and
Yeah,
caused
should have
both.
poked his nose.
Yep. And they both ended up going out of the race. So great
How
race
many
there.
DNFs has Yuki had this year?
Oh, a few. He had one last week too, or was it last week? Week before last at Monza.
Yeah.
And then actually Daniel looked like he was doing pretty well. He seems to be having an okay race,
That's good.
but I don't think we're going to see Daniel
Yeah.
race that much more.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, I
see it
think
happening.
I think he's
Yeah,
done.
he's going to go to TV.
Yeah.
I think so
I'd
too.
be down for that.
I was telling the boys, watched a little bit of the Fuji WEC race, which was very explosive in the first 2 laps.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I need to watch
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I stayed up and watched. And
Because what,
man, I
it like
was up
started,
to
what,
UFC and
midnight your
that.
time?
No,
night?
earlier. I
Earlier?
think it was 10 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
I know that the
Um,
WEC race started at 6:30 my time,
yeah,
Oh,
so, all right,
okay.
so it was 8:30.
so
yeah.
8:30 your time.
Shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and it was like it was very very exciting.
HBO Max.
I love that that's on Max. I got it in my queue
Yep.
so I can watch it.
Yep.
Yeah,
You got to watch that definitely. As for other racing news, I don't have any because I've got to look and see what's going on with IndyCar, and I don't know if it's this weekend or next weekend that the IMSA is on. So
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it's next weekend.
yeah,
And then
And then-
October, right? Is the last
yes,
race?
October is the last race, Petit Le Mans.
Yeah.
And
NASCAR
that's
at the
always. Oh, sorry.
Hell yeah.
Dog and cat got scared in
Yeah.
the background. So yeah, Petit Le Mans should be good. NASCAR at Watkins should be good.
Oh, yeah.
Saw the Infinity. It was pretty decent.
The new
They
Grey
have-
Sword.
I gotta say this though.
in case
Why
anybody
is it NASCAR has no track limits?
Yeah, that's one
If
thing.
you were driving NASCAR, like style NASCAR, like in GT7, you would have 20 seconds in penalties before the end of the first lap.
Well, the white line doesn't matter.
No, they just run into the wall on the front. They don't even slow the
Run
fuck
into the
down.
Ride the wall.
Yeah,
Yeah, fuck, it's
All
insane.
right.
Fuck,
that
man.
is truth. That is
Crazy.
true.
But
Well,
I just want to jump back to F1 for a second. We have a new constructors
Oh,
leader as
that's
well.
right. Yeah.
what?
Yeah,
They got it today?
McLaren-
McLaren is now 20 points ahead of Red Bull.
Oh, shit, it's happening. Oh,
Yeah.
shit,
And
it's
Ferrari's
happening.
only 30 points behind.
Oh,
Yep.
shit.
It is.
Dude, they
heating
could
up.
get third. They might be dropping to third.
And
Yeah.
Norris is he's 59 points off of Max, but he's
Dude,
been
he could
gaining
get
points
that.
every. Yeah, if Max keeps
Well, yeah,
driving the way he is
lap.
with his car,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Dude, Lando could win this championship.
it's a great job by him as well in that
Oh,
race
yeah.
to come back from where he started, which would have been like, man, where would he have been if he actually qualified properly?
Right.
You know what I
Oh,
mean? Like, how
dude.
many extra points would he
It
have
would have
gained
been
on
1-2.
Max?
Yeah,
McLaren.
definitely
They
one,
had
You
two.
know what I mean? Like that would have been another 10, 15 points kind of gained, So, yeah, if he keeps putting the performance in, yeah, McLaren's going to
Legit.
walk away at this point.
Yeah.
Ferrari's going to be second, and Max might be losing his championship.
Oh,
Imagine if
shit.
Lando, though, does lose by 1 point.
Oh,
That fucking race.
Yep.
Yes.
It's 7 points
Yeah.
he lost on that race because
Yep.
they're giving it to Piastri the win.
yep. And that's when you get pissed off.
That's why it's fucking.
Fucking bullshit. And then that's when you piss
They're-
him
they're
off and
taking
he's like, well,
over.
fuck you guys. I might go somewhere else. But McLaren, they
Him
got a
and-
good ass car right now.
Yeah, him and Brown have that
Yeah,
special
dude.
relationship.
I think-
do.
I don't know if it's been publicly stated by any means, but from what I understand, it's been discussed within internals McLaren that won't happen with Piastri and Lando anymore.
Okay.
That if
Lando's
it's
priority.
1-2,
The number
it's
one
give
driver.
it to
He's the
Lando.
number one
Give it to
driver.
Lando.
Yep.
Get out of the way. Give it to Lando to get him the title now.
Yep. Because they can do it. It's
'Cause
right
now
there.
they have the constructors, so they're good. They just keep working 1-2 as a team.
Mhm.
That was kind of what they wanted, I think. And now that they have that lead and they can keep growing that, okay, now let's get Lando to chase them down. And they're going to push Lando, from what I understand now.
Ooh, shit. This is going to be a great end to the F1 season, man. These last races.
Yep.
October, November, and going into the last race in December. Holy shit. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. Shit. Long one today because there won't be one next week.
The final Grand Tour show is out.
Oh, is it?
Okay, we're going to
Yep.
check that.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, if you haven't as well, Kill Tony 1 and 2, night 1 and night 2
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Oh.
Madison Square Garden.
Oh my
yes.
God.
Okay. Great.
Fucking
Shane,
hilarious, Madison.
Shane doing Trump.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
good.
night 2.
And
That's night
Adam
2.
doing Biden.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It is.
But
I watched
yeah, it's
that.
like 4 hours of Kill Tony. If anybody
Fuck
watches
yes.
listens to that, it's one of the best things on the internet.
It is. For sure. For comedy, Kill Tony.
Yeah.
Put it on
Yeah,
the background.
sure.
Do whatever you're doing. Fucking Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, any time of the day. Throw it in the background. Laugh your ass off.
Yep.
You don't even have to watch it, but you just listen to it.
Yep. And then, too, if anyone out there listening has tried the Coach Dave Delta that you got to pay for that hooks up with GT7 to get all your data for throttle, your speed to help you get faster, let us know. Hit us up on the Instagrams or the YouTubes and leave a message. Let us know how that's going. Because I've been kind of thinking about it, but it sucks. I just don't want to. I'm cheap. I don't want to spend the money.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree, but it looks cool.
It does. It
Very
looks
cool.
really fucking cool. EA has something like that for F1 that on their app. You get all this data for F1, so you can see how you stack up. I was looking at it when I was doing some of those time trials with Max and Charles and all that. You can see where you're braking, they're braking. Pretty fucking cool. Pretty fucking cool. All right,
And with
boys.
that,
I think
Well,
that's it.
Yeah, that's it for today. Everyone have a good week. No show next week, but we'll be back the week after.
Oh, no.
We'll see you in 2
Yep,
weeks.
no show next week,
Yep.
and I'll it'll be 3 weeks for me
Oh, yep, and then
because
Jimbo will be
I'm gonna
gone.
I'll be in California.
Sacktown.
Yep.
Sack time.
For a week. So if I get a chance, I think I'm going to be pretty busy. If I get a chance, I'll pop in.
Cool. Hells yeah.
right.
All right,
So
everybody.
Road update.
All right,
Yeah,
cheers.
road update. Yeah. All right, everybody. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Peace.
See you soon. Bye.